The secret garden gate. On the edge of a small town, there was a park that many people visited every day. Children played on the swings, parents watched them from the benches, and elderly people walked slowly on the paths. The park was full of trees, flowers, and birds. It looked ordinary, but for Emma, a 16-year-old girl, the park always felt a little special. Emma loved walking there after school. She carried her notebook and sometimes drew the trees or wrote short poems. Her friends preferred shopping malls or cafes, but Emma preferred the quiet of the park. She liked the sound of the wind in the leaves and the way sunlight touched the grass. One afternoon in early spring, Emma noticed something new. She was walking near the far end of the park, a place where fewer people went. Behind some bushes, she saw an old gate made of iron. It was half hidden by vines, and the paint had almost disappeared. Emma had walked in the park many times before, but she had never seen this gate. She stepped closer. The gate was small, only big enough for one person to pass through. It was closed, but not locked. Emma touched the cold metal and pushed. The gate made a creaking sound as it opened slowly. Behind it, she saw a narrow path that led into a part of the park she had never visited. Her heart beat faster. She looked around. Nobody was watching her. She decided to step through the gate. The path was quiet. Trees grew taller here, and the air smelled different, fresher, almost wild. Birds sang loudly, and the ground was covered with soft moss. Emma followed the path carefully. She felt as if she had entered another world. After a few minutes, the path ended in front of a stone wall. At first, Emma thought it was only an old structure. But then she noticed that the wall had a small wooden door built into it. Like the gate, the door was covered in vines. Emma hesitated. Should she open it? She pushed gently, and the door opened. Behind it was a hidden garden. It was larger than she expected. The garden was full of plants she had never seen before. Some flowers were bright blue, others deep orange. Strange statues stood between the plants, covered with moss. A small fountain stood in the middle, though no water flowed from it anymore. Emma walked slowly, amazed. The garden seemed forgotten, but not dead. Bees flew between the flowers, and butterflies rested on the statues. The air was warm and still. Emma sat on a stone bench and took out her notebook. She felt inspired to write. She wrote about the secret garden, the mysterious statues, and the feeling of discovery. Days passed, and Emma returned again and again. Every afternoon after school, she walked through the hidden gate, followed the path, and sat in the garden. She never told anyone about it. It became her private place, a secret that gave her joy. One day, however, something surprised her. When she entered the garden, she noticed footprints on the ground. They were fresh. Someone else had been there. Emma looked around carefully. She saw no one, but she felt nervous. Was the garden really hers alone? The next day, she returned earlier than usual. This time, she heard movement near the fountain. She hid behind a bush and waited. To her surprise, an old man appeared. He was tall and thin, with white hair and a kind face. He carried a small watering can and walked slowly around the plants, giving them water. Emma stepped forward. The old man noticed her, but did not look angry. He smiled gently and said, "I see you have found the garden." Emma explained that she had discovered the gate by accident and had been visiting for several days. The man nodded. He told her that the garden had been created many years ago by his grandparents. It was once open to the public, but over time people stopped coming, and the place was forgotten. The man continued to take care of it even when nobody else remembered. Emma listened with excitement. She asked if she could keep visiting. The man agreed, but asked her to respect the plants and statues. She promised. From that day on, Emma and the old man met often in the garden. He told her stories about the history of the town and taught her the names of the unusual flowers. Emma shared her poems and drawings with him. Slowly, the garden became not only a secret place, but also a place of friendship. As weeks passed, Emma noticed something new. The more time she spent in the garden, the more alive it seemed. The fountain, once dry, began to flow again with clear water. The flowers grew brighter, and the air felt warmer. Emma wondered if the garden was magical, or if it simply responded to care and attention. At the end of spring, Emma invited her closest friend Anna to join her. She wanted to share the secret with someone she trusted. Anna was amazed, just as Emma had been. Together, the two girls and the old man cared for the garden. They cleaned the statues, planted new flowers, and painted the wooden door. News of the garden began to spread slowly. A few other students discovered it, and then families came. Soon the garden was alive with people again. Children played near the fountain, and couples sat on the benches. The garden, once forgotten, became part of the town once more. Emma felt proud. She had helped bring the secret garden back to life. For her, it was more than a place of beauty. It was a reminder that even hidden and forgotten things could shine again if someone cared enough. Every time she walked through the iron gate, Emma smiled. The garden was no longer her private secret, but it was still magical. It had given her adventure, inspiration, and friendship. And she knew it would continue to grow, just like her own dreams.